Hi friends, I'm going to do a little bit of modification here. It's getting close to the big trip and we're going to make up some mud flaps or rock guards for the trailer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to put some mud flaps down on each side over here in order to help alleviate. It's kind of dirty right now, but there's a lot of rock trips up and down through here, and our big trip to Alaska is going to take us down some pretty nasty roads that might make it worse. So we're going to attempt to put some mud flaps or rock guards on the back of this Jeep. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this angle iron out down by the wheels to try to get my width. Of where I want the flaps to be. Right about there. You walk out and take a look at this from the front. Yeah, so that's going to be just a little bit past the wheel. Hopefully. Yep. I'm going to attempt to hold these in place using these clamps. I'll show you what I'm doing. We'll see. Let's see how this works out. I might use some different clamps, but we'll see. So I'll come show this to you what I've done here. So now I've got my width set from across, and you can see, I hope you can see, that they've overlapped right here and right here. So that's, I'm going to put a bolt, drill and put a bolt here and here to hold it together tight, and we'll move from there. All right, so I got it laid out here. Got these clamps in place holding it together. I'm going to drill a hole here and a hole here to bolt it together and hold it together. And then I'll drill a hole this way and this way for the clamp. All right, that ought to have us together. Okay, that's where I got the two together. Now, we need to find the center on this. Should have made this an exact length, but I didn't. That's pretty close. 81.5 inches. Right there. Alright, that's my center. I need to come an inch off each side of this. Drill my holes. Drill this out and see how that goes. I may have changed drill bits, but we'll see, and we'll save you watching me drill this out. Well, as any project goes, thought I had everything I needed, but I need to go to Lowe's, pick some stuff up. But we've made progress. I have got the holes drilled for the mud flaps to go on, the clamp to go over the receiver hitches on, receiver hitch is in place so I could measure the height of the mud flaps need to be when the trailer's loaded and sitting on it. And yeah, there's the mud flaps marked. I got to cut them down. That's where I'm at now. Most likely you will see the finished product. Till then, and we're back. So we made it back. Went and picked up some more supplies. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got us some extra washers, nuts and bolts and goodies. Alright, so I got my trusty cutting board out here. And I'm just going to use the edge of this as my straight edge for cutting. Alright, so what I'm doing now is putting these washers and nut in the holes that I just drilled. So that I can bolt them to the bracket. Now I'm going to paint this support bar and then we'll get it all put together and you put it on the Jeep. Alright, so here we are. It comes outside the wheels a little bit. Goes far enough to the inside, I believe. And we're going to drop about an inch at the bottom when I hook the trailer up. So they shouldn't be dragging the ground. So I think that's going to work out to keep from splattering too much stuff. Because normally when we go on a trip, all of this and all down the side is just covered in road grime, dirt, mud if we get on muddy roads. Hopefully that right there will stop a bunch of it. So that's the end of this project. In a few days, but in a week. Right?
Exactly.
In exactly 1 week from this video, we will be heading out on our epic trip across the United States, up into Canada, via Washington State, on into Alaska, and back. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you get notifications of each video we release for this trip. Till then, we'll see you when we get out and run away.